Hello everybody, get ready to go into Algebra 2 Math 1.9 lesson, 1.9 part 2. Today, graph and solve quadratic inequalities. We have a 26-point skill sheet today and no note-taking. It's all today. And today, we're going to go into example 2, use a quadratic inequality in real life. So a manila rope used for rappelling down a cliff can safely support a weight in pounds provided here. Weight is less than or equal to 1480 d squared, where d is the rope's diameter. Graph the inequality. So here is a situation here where we graph w equals 1480 d squared for non-negative values of d. So here is 1/2 of a parabola is actually what this is. W is less than or equal to 1480 d squared. Because the inequality is less than or equal to, make the parabola solid. So the line here is solid. It's a solid line, not a dotted line. And it's on the lesser side of the curve here. Test the point inside the parabola, such as 1/2000, which is that point. And when we test that, we plug it into the inequality. It's not part of it. So that verifies the fact that our shading is correct in that prior picture of the graph. 2000 is less than or equal to 1480. No, not true. So this situation here is not part of the solution. Here's our solution here on this side of the line. Okay, so we have this situation here, y is less than or equal to 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. So we want to graph this inequality. Here is a table to plug in your values if you're going to do it by hand. Students, this is your quadratic down here to graph, and use that if you're going to graph by hand. There's our quadratic, and here's our parabola here. We're going to test this value here, 1, 2. When x equals 1, y equals 2. So we're going to 1, 2, and then when x, and we're going to plug that in. Is 2 less than or equal to 0? No. So we know that this side of the parabola is not part of the solution. The solution is everywhere else, shaded. And then this is really the type in here for your TI, plugging it into a graphing calculator, and then this is the graph here, and this is what you get. In this situation here is really what you want. You want less than, and this is the less than box here, and you get that by scrolling over and hitting enter until you get your below the curve kind of like a symbol there on your graphing calculator. And then this is the graph here that verifies it. Systems of quadratic inequalities. Graphing a system of quadratic inequalities similar to graphing a system of linear inequalities. First, graph each inequality in the system, then identify the region in a coordinate plane common to all graphs, called the graph of the system. So we have a system here of inequalities. We need to graph that to find our solution. Here is a graph of these inequalities here, and then where these colors mix is actually our complex solution here for this system of inequalities. Graph y is less than or equal to negative x squared plus 4. The graph is the red region. This down here, this is this graph here. And then the graph of y is greater than x squared minus 2x plus 3 is the blue region. So this is that region, and then where they intersect here is the complex solution for this system of quadratic inequalities. Okay, the purple region is where the two graphs overlap. This region is the graph of the system, and that is your solution. Okay, going into our guided practice, we want to graph this and we want to graph that to find our the system of inequalities. Here, the complex solution for that. Students, this is your inequalities down here, so pay attention so you can get that correct. Okay, to graph that, first we need to enter it. We're going to enter it into a graphing calculator here. Here's your entry. This is greater than, so this is what your inequality part of the graph will look like, and then the less than will be down here. That's what it should look like over on your far left side of your entry into your graphing calculator. And then this is what your graph should look like. This is your system here that shows your solutions to that complex inequality, and that is part 2 of lesson 1.9, Algebra 2 Math. Part 3 is available here, as well as worksheets, quizzes, tutoring, tests, everything is here at this email. Thank you.